I wonder when I stand before God, I really don't wonder, but I mean, it's a thought. If I stand before God, is he going to ask me, and I'm sure he's going to ask me, what was your motive in building that kids' building, Glenn? Why did you build that? Why did you go ahead and have this person do this here? Why did you do this and do this? Well, because I really wanted to. No. That's not the real reason. You just wanted to be known. You just want to brag on something and tell all your fellow old pastors here that you have a big old children's building, you got a big sanctuary, you have a big screen, you got all. That's all you wanted it for. Because really, you don't have the right. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with kids' building. It's the spirit is that Jesus is upset with. It's the spirit. Yeah, is the sacrificial things needed? Absolutely. But it's the spirit behind it. You wasn't interested in helping the people get closer to God. You're interested in making money is what you want to do. You're interested in your own self. It's not about other people. It's just about you. Okay, let's bring it back. I'm an usher. Usher got a coat. Got a coat on. You got a gold coat? You don't have a gold coat. I got a gold coat. Usher. Yeah. I'm like the church policeman. Yeah, come on. Come on down here. Yeah. Yeah, you sit here. Two? Yeah, right here. No. Right here. I mean, you have all this power. Just moving people around. Shifting seats. Wow. What's the spirit behind it, see? What is the spirit behind why you are doing what you're doing? Jesus saw people in the temple that didn't have the spirit of the temple, and that's what it was all about. He said, the atmosphere in my house is not one of prayer. The aroma in my Father's house is to be one with hearts of pure worship and prayer. And then Jesus, by saying that this is to be a house of prayer, listen what he says. What basically he's saying, the one thing that distinguishes Christian churches, Christian people, and Christian gatherings is the aroma of prayer. Wow. Who would have thought that to Jesus, not to the world, not to the people, to Jesus, he's looking at one ingredient that signifies if it's the kind of place that is approved by him. Does the Bible ever say that my house is to be a house of music? My house is to be a house of preaching? It says my house is to be a house of prayer to all nations. It's not diminishing preaching. It's not diminishing music. But Jesus is stating that prayer is a defining mark of God's dwelling. Who would have ever thought that would be the one element that he would look at the church of this is what I'm looking for? Because there are many churches that have great preaching and they have great music. But I'll be real honest with you. Very few places I have gone, when they show their announcements, I don't see ever a mention of prayer or a prayer meeting or we getting together to pray and seek God. I don't see it anymore. I see every program that a church can think of, every area to think of, and I agree with that. That's fine with that. But Jesus said, I didn't come and I'm smelling programs. I'm smelling just music. He said, I want to smell prayer. I want to smell something that's touching my God. That's what he's looking for. Because see, God can do more in 10 minutes of prayer than 10 sermons of mine. Have you ever noticed that God launched the church? The first church. You know how he launched the first church? Watch this. Watch this in the book of Acts. When they arrived, they went upstairs. Remember, they were really scared. They were fearful. They were hiding. They went upstairs to the house where they were staying. And names there were Peter, John, James, Andrew, telling us some of the names. And then the next verse will say there were 120 of them total, but those are all the names. And they all met together and were constantly united in what church? Yeah. It wasn't listening to CDs. It wasn't that it did a 6-week Bible study. They were all united in prayer along with Mary, the mother of Jesus. How many people raised Catholic like I was? Anybody remember my Catholic? Look at this. Yeah. You know, hey, they never told us that Mary spoke in tongues. Mary was in the upper room. Mother Mary speaking in tongues.